welcome back to another episode. What are we up to today? We have got a Still MS181, it's a customer's machine, in for a service and sharpen. So we would probably talk you through a little chainsaw service. I don't think I've done one on the channel yet. Relatively simple to do. Yeah, anybody can do it really. So first thing to do then, apparently it all runs, and actually hang on a minute, first thing to do is subscribe, like, and leave us a comment after the video and let me know how you do it, whether you do it differently or whether you got any thoughts on it. Yeah, so apparently it all starts and runs and just wants a service, so we're going to check that. Yeah, we're going to check that. Right, so we've got fuel, customer's fuel, not mine. It's got a blue tinge to it, so must have oil in it. Depress the throttle, choke all the way down, no decon because it's a little saw, chain brake on. See, customer says it starts and runs. This is the problem. It may have started and run a year ago, but how long has it been left? So, get it on the bench. First thing to check, make sure that the switch is off. Make sure that the switch is not touching, which it's not because it's on choke. Few checks to do. Make sure choke is actually working, which you can see it is. So we'll see if we've got a spark. They don't make these things easy to work on, do they? I don't like Still at all. It's obviously been done before. It's got a Bosch spark plug in it. Does Still fit Bosch to the new stuff, or is it still in? I always thought it was NGK. 2016 machine. Whether you can see that, a bit mucky, but nothing to jump about at. Maybe you'll be able to see if I angle you in there. I'll just switch the light off as well. Oh, it's dark, can't see anything. I don't think we got a spark. Got no spark. Just take it off down here. Yep, it has got a spark. Well, there we go, we're away. Lights are back on. Right, so first thing we're going to do then, change that plug. Definitely changing now, I just dropped it. Oh, come here, Betty. On there. Right, we are CMR6, aren't we? I think. No, we're not. No, we are not. Oh, I might have to find out what plug goes in that. Gotta find out what plug goes in that. We might not have one of them plugs. Let's grab me a book. Let's grab what this up there. Where are we? Oh, it's gone past shit. Oh no, sorry, still. MS181 CMR6H. Oh, I don't think we've got any of them. Oh no, we have. They're over here. Why are my CMs not together? Got loads of them. Why does that been put back on the shelf? That's the second-hand plug. Why has that been put back up there? I'll tell you what. Ooh. I've got one there that's not in a box, so let's use that one. Right. It's really handy, that book from NGK. I got it when we went to Saltex not last year, the year before. I didn't go Saltex this year because we had, that's this year. 2024 I didn't go Saltex because we had ARB Show, we had Groundfest, we had APF. Just, yeah, can't go to every single one of them, can we? APF's my favourite show. Let me know in your comments what show's your favourites. APF's favourite. ARB Show was a bit crap this year. It was just sort of same shit, different year. Yeah, just same chippers, same stump grinders, same ARB gear. There's nothing interesting as such. Again, there's a certain amount of times you can look at the same chipper over and over again. Right. That's gone back on. Right, let's try that. No. Right. I would do a compression test, but I haven't got it with me. So I think probably going to be a carb clean. I'll just make sure that we actually have got a proper spark. Don't think we've got any fuel bit in there. That's dry. That's dry. Don't like these plug caps, they don't go on properly. Doesn't feel like they go on properly anyway. Let's see if we've got a decent spark, either. Lights off again. Yep, we're sparking. Well, with a normal service, with a chainsaw that actually runs, that's what you do, is change the spark plug. As per usual in my life, nothing ever goes straight forward. Nice little 5-minute service just before lunch. Now we're going to turn into a carb clean and a faff and winds you up, doesn't it? Right. So yeah, normal service then. air filter is off. We'll put that back on. Give it all a good clean up, blow off with the airline. Air filter clean or change depending on what it's like. I think these can be cleaned. New plug, and then you do your tank fuel filter, which you want a little bit of wire, which I'll show you in a minute, which is a bit of a tool I've made up. Apart from like unbent it the other day to do something. What was I doing? I don't know. Doing something with it. Straighten that back out. Just a bit of wire with a hook on. Then hook her out. Leave it like that. New filters. Whatever you do, don't let go of the fuel line. Drop it back in the tank, otherwise you're going to have a problem. Oh, there's a pigeon on the roof. Squirrel! There we go, new filter in and back on. Make sure it's tucked down under the fuel. So that is that. Right, I'm going to charge the compressor up and we'll give it a good blow off and clean up. So we'll be back in a minute. Right, there we go. Air filter's been cleaned out. Saw has all been blown out. I don't think the saw's been used for a long time because there was 2 or 3 spiders and cobwebs in here. And if I was a spider with a running chainsaw, I think I'd want to live in that top cover. So I'm guessing it hasn't been used. So air filter cleaned, spark plug changed, fuel filter changed. I'm just going to try it again and see if we've got any luck. Let's go again. Oh. Fuel problem with it. Right, I think we got lucky there. Matter of old fuel, the car's a bit gummed up. But I think we've managed to get it going. He's obviously using still 2-stroke oil. I hate the smell of the still 2-stroke oil. Disgusting. Right, so we'll give it a couple of seconds and then we'll try it again, make sure that it wasn't just a fluke. It seems to be revving a bit high, but Well, you can tune them. I might turn it down a bit. I might just leave it. Coming for a service, not for a tune. Right. Try again. Shouldn't need choke now. There we go. Right, on to the other side then. The main side. Oh, sorry, wind's getting up. Oh, a bit of Chinese last night. I don't even know whether I'm recording or whether you can actually see anything that I'm doing. Right, where were we? Got distracted by tea again. Ah, oh, can't beat a good cup of tea. 2 degrees, can't beat a good cup of tea. Where were we? What were we doing? Taking this side cover off, that's what we were doing. I was checking whether you could actually see what I was doing. A nice blue haze in the workshop now. Shame it's not decent 2-stroke oil. Anyway, so yeah, that's what she looks like on the side. Inboard clutch. By the look of the sprocket, it hasn't done much work at all. Probably original bar and chain as well, I bet. I don't think that chain's ever been sharpened by the look of it. Looks like a brand new chain. Yeah, that sprocket's hardly got any wear on it at all. There's no play in there. Everything works as it should. So we'll give all this a clean up, blow out. We'll go over the bar in a minute. I'll take you over the other side of the workshop and sharpen the chain. That's what we were doing. We were sharpening the chain. Sorry, I'm a bit all over the place today. Hungry, that's why. It's lunch time and one does not operate correctly without food. And it's my first cup of tea of the day and it's lunchtime, so we are struggling this morning. Anyway, yes, right. I will catch up once I've cleaned all this off. Right, we're back. Cleaned the saw and the side case. That is that. Next job then is to clean the guide bar and check over that. The best thing to do to clean the guide bar out with is your rag, which we will have to get a new one out. Rag over here. Little tool for cleaning the grooves out. So main thing to do is watch the edges because sometimes they burr and they've got sharp edges. This is a relatively new bar. Feels okay. So cleaned the bottom off now. So next job then is to get your pick tool, whatever you want to call it, and insert into the guide rails and drag backwards from the sprocket. This one is relatively clean-ish, but you can see the crap that's built up in there. So we'll do it again. Again, nice and clean. So we'll do this side. Quite a bit more came out of that side because that would have been the bottom of the bar. Right, your main thing is to do is these little holes. Oop, there, that's your oil gallery. That's how you get oil along the bar. Same again the other side, make sure they are clean. Just airline, blow them out. This one, some bars you can oil the sprocket. This one is sealed. To be fair, that doesn't sound the best. Doesn't sound the best. So we're going to put a bit of 3-in-1 oil on that. and we'll just work that in. See, that sounds so much better now. So a bit of a dry sprocket. Some bars, as I've said, I think most of my bars, I'll probably show you if I've got one that I can grab. 2 seconds. Is that one got it on? This is, yes, this one has. So this is my, what is it, 36 inch for the, yeah, 36 inch bar for the 3120. I'll just show you. So that's got a little hole in there, look. See, we can oil that. So you just put just a drop of oil in, and then hasn't been used in a while, so it's a bit, yeah, a bit stuck. Again, lack of maintenance. There you go, bit of oil up, and she's going again. I'll stick a bit down there. This bar doesn't get used very often. It's mostly on the big 48 inch on the 3120. There we go, I've got that moving nicely now, look. Anyway, so we get distracted. That bar needs cleaning before it goes back, really. That is that. Different types of bars. So that is your bar all done, I think, because I don't think we've got any burrs on it. Which does look nice. What you want is nice parallel rails, nice flat rails, no sharp edges. Bit of a burr there, which will just file down, but nothing major. So those are those three done then. The next job then is to sharpen, which I don't do it by hand because I'm lazy. I've got a machine over there, so we'll try and set you up over there and we'll show you what needs doing. Right, so on these ones then, you have your back angle, you have your filing angle, and you have your pitch, profile, or whatever they're called. On this particular, all chains have different angles, back angles, filing angles, and whatever else. I've actually got a file which I keep behind it with all of my saws. So we've got 550, 560, 372, 3120, some milling chain, 536i, that's a battery top handle, that's a battery ground saws, that's a battery top handle, Echo C11 25 135, and it just shows you whether you can see this properly or not, but file size, it shows you your back angle, which is 85. This is for a 550 Husqvarna, 30-degree angle, and then a 10% pitch. So with this steel chain, we are a 75 back angle, which is done by that. We are on a 30-degree sharpening angle, and we are a 90-degree or 0 sharpening pitch, whatever you want to call it. So we'll bring it down, we'll get it set in, and obviously your width of your cutters, depending on the age of the chain, is adjustable. It needs adjusting. So this one, I can't remember what I sharpened on this last, it was probably one of my saws. Yeah, so you just want it to just you can just hear that, just touching. We don't want to take too much off, so that's that. Make sure you've got all your angles set, 75, 30, 0. That brings round, sharpens it, brings round and locks it in, and then just bring it down. The depth is okay, which you adjust on the back. So they're alternate angles, so you do one, skip one, do one. Do one, skip one, skip one, do one, Catman-do. And then you just work your way all the way through like that. See, this is obviously, that's where they've joined the chain, because we've got two teeth the same side there. So we go back, we lock it in and we sharpen, and then we skip those two and we go back to how we were. And then same again. There we go, so that's got round to that side then. So now we put it forward one, lock it back in, and we take it right round to do the other angle at 30 degrees. Which we've got there. Same again. See, that's one side's got more wear than the other because it's just about touching it. It's still sharpening it, but it's a different sound. Just touching that edge back up. It's decent change to start with. It hasn't seen much use. Probably won't have to do the depth gauges, but we'll check that in a minute. Job at 2 o'clock, so we'll leave at 1:30. See, that was a different sound because that's had a bit more abuse, that cutter. You'll be able to see where you were because it'll either be sharp, well it will be sharp, or it'll be clean. There you go, there's that joining one again. That's got a nice shiny edge, so we're done. That is how simple that is. Got a nice sharp chain, which is perfect. Right, let's move you back over here then. Whoa, it's hard to fall over. Set you back there. Right, so there we have, nice sharp chain, clean bar, clean saw, service saw. So now we put it all back together and we check the depth gauges. So for this one, chain on. I will put the bar on upside down because you want even wear. So every time you clean it out, swap the bar over. You see what I mean? So it'll be that way because it came off that way, so it'll go back on that way. Put it back on, round the sprocket. Make sure we're back in. Adjust the adjuster wants adjusting slightly. Chain tension, just bring him back. There we go, cover back on. And do her up finger tight. It'd be embarrassing if I put the chain on backwards, wouldn't it? Right, so as we can see there, look on the bottom, that chain is rather slack. So we will tighten it. So we'll put the screwdriver in, tighten it up just so it's touching. You want to be able to move it still, but you want just 3 teeth, be able to pull 3 out. I always go by. So there's 1, 2, 3. You can just pull out the bar grooves a bit more. Make sure you can still move it, which it is. There you go. And as soon as you let go, she should just jump straight back in. And then we'll do this up then. And And that is that. Right, so we'll go for a startup, make sure everything's running okay, which it should be. Choke on. Choke off. Right, there we go. We just got to check the depth gauges. Which, to be fair, I should have done before I started it, because now the chain's going to be, well, it's not going to be that hot, but it'll be warm. So, no, they're fine, which is what I thought, because it's a brand new-ish chain. So I'll show you what we're looking for on here, if the camera will focus. So this tool is a depth gauge. So the depth gauge is this little node there, which determines how deep your cutters cut into the wood. So you put that on there, which sits over the teeth. There you go, focus. And then if the little depth gauge is sticking out over the gauge, then you just get a flat file and you file it off. Do that on every single tooth, and that should keep you going nicely. So there we have it. Nice quick video on how to service your whatever make chainsaw you own. This was a Stihl. All of mine are Husky, as you know, if you follow the channel. Big Husky fanboy. So I should be glad to get this out of the workshop. Yeah, so I hope you liked that video. Like, comment, subscribe and share, and let us know what you think. Nice, quick, easy video on how to service your chainsaw. Thanks for watching.